as well jump right off a cliff. Commit. And it's starting to snow. It's glorious. It only says it's -10. It was fucking chilly yesterday. It wasn't too bad during the day. Obviously, when the sun is out, it doesn't feel too bad. Climatized in a matter of once I got outside in Grand Prairie, I froze my fingers off that morning. And it was cold the other morning too, unloading that stupid pump shit. Well, it's not stupid, sorry, I don't mean it. No work is stupid, because the last thing somebody wants to hear when they're hauling their stuff that is that I think it's stupid. It's not stupid, I just hate fucking freezing my fingers off. I wanted to unload it on my way home that night, but they're like, no, they don't have anybody on Sundays. I'm like, I'm here Sunday. Why can't they be? Because it was like a shop transfer, right? And I'm like, great, now I gotta come in, go over there. I had to go do that P-tank anyways, which was only a short that I almost rolled in the ditch. Just kidding, it wasn't at all. I was like, I should have went left out of there. I had to stab it just to get in there bobtail. I was like, whoa, this is tight. All those old leases usually are. If I would have went left, it would have been better because the ditch was a lot more gradual. But I didn't want to go back the same way I came out because I just didn't want to. Let's just say it was faster to go the other way. So I went right, and you can see somebody else, probably the tank truck, which has, I think, only a 40-foot trailer. Usually those guys pack around. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just guessing out of my ass. And yeah, I was just reviewing the footage this morning in the outside camera because I left it on the headache rack. I'm like, well, I'm gonna make this attempt because I was gonna make a short out of it. And you could hear buddy in the pickup is like beep beep beep. I couldn't hear him. I had the passenger window was closed, but the driver's was open, and I had made like 3 or 4 stabs out on the road. It was icy, the ditches were sharp and steep, so I'm like, if I hang the steer over, chances are I might get fucked. And then you're an asshole across the road. It wasn't super busy, but I'm sure someone would show up, and it's just embarrassing, you know? So I was committed. I made the 4 stabs to get my truck out as far as I could, and once I knew I was going for it and I looked, I was like, yeah, this should be alright. And you can hear buddy beeping in the background because he followed me out. I'm like, oh, he must be just following me, he's ready to go. One of the testers, right? Because I had that test vessel. Beep beep, telling me to stop the first time, and then I was just grabbed 2 gears and was about to lay down the law, and you could hear beep, 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 beep. And then I just pulled out on the road and went straight, and he was going to turn around and go back to the lease. And then I stopped, right, because obviously I had to piss for starters, and grab the camera off the headache rack, and he's walking up the other side as I'm pissing on the passenger side, and I go back because I can see the mirrors of the pickup there. I go to the back, and he's not in his pickup. I'm like, come around the driver's side of the trailer. He's up at the front of the truck, looking to give me a lashing or something. No, he was just like, I was trying to stop you. I'm like, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, man. I was like, I should have went left, and I thought about it as I was coming in with the truck. I was like, definitely a good idea to go left because it's tight. It was chip sealed road, so usually those roads are pretty fucking narrow. It's like, why do you guys put gates just turning off the road and then make it all shitty? I'm like, you have a lease approach. At least you can do is make it wide enough for a truck and trailer, never mind a fucking wheeler. Not that they would be. If they were gonna like blast another hole there, they would redo the approach, obviously. But anyway, today is some more how's your fucking pulse? We gotta go to, here's a strange one. I've never done this before, so obviously I've been elected to do it. I seem to be like some kind of propane bullet goddess, which is fine. I don't mind doing them, but This time we're doing it, it's supposed to be, let's just say it's heavy. I'm not going to say much more. But we're putting it on a high boy, because supposedly it's not that tall. I'm like, dude, you got all the right measurements. I'm like, measured the pedestals, everything. And I'm like, I can't have like fucking 90 feet hanging out the front because I won't be able to make any turns, or else I'll be fucking taking out what was that in before? I've seen some photos, and I think I've had times where like a trailer rig, when you have it without the Jeep, well, even regardless with the Jeep or without, but when you go to stab a corner top line, the crown is way out in the fucking trees, right? And you're always gotta kind of keep your, if you can, keep your turning short as possible to the inside of the corner, because the crown is fucking out there removing trees. And if you got, you know, I've got some pictures from some other co-workers where they're up against the power pole and they're like, yeah, this didn't work at all. I'm like, that looks shitty. And trailer rigs were bad for that, because a lot of those, like Trailblazer and all those Technicoil, they always went into leases that were not developed, and zero to any prep. They would literally have a trail and they would just stake out the boundaries. That's it. They wouldn't even fucking, if there was a lot of trees, they would come and grind out the fucking path. A lot of times they just use existing like goat trails. It was awesome, but there was some sketchy motherfucking leases. But anyways, you're only allowed so much overhang out the front, but due to the nature of the weight of this vessel and where we're getting it from and where we're going with it, I'm not going to worry about it too much. But we're putting a 16-wheeled spring ride Jeep behind me with a tri-high, that's a high boy, and we're just gonna put this propane bullet on it, because he's like, oh, I want to put the 16 scissor, but it's got all the extensions for hauling a service rig and stuff, and I'm just like, fuck, it's gonna be fucking long, and somebody else is taking the mid on a drilling rig move. I only got like 9 hours left, so I couldn't go. Not that I care if I, like, I want to go, but I don't, because it's shitty out. Alright, so not a great start. Not the end of the world. I kind of assumed this would happen. Good luck starting the engine. All the fittings for the wet kit are full of fucking dirt. Huge fuck around, so I'm like, oh, I'll block it up and I'll try it, but the free play in the neck, it dropped down. And then the horse got caught right on the cross rail right there, because it's not really designed. This is designed for the necks that have like the big rollers that come out and it would ride down the ramp, right? So luckily this was plugged in, fired it up, came over here, gave it a lift. I should be able to pull out just fine now. So much fun. Well, all the tires are turning. This is good. So glad we have something here. I'd be fucked. I'd be turning on a foot of chains, hooking up the hydraulic lines, because after I pulled out, tried to back up, but I spun out. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to hook up the hydraulic lines or get that engine started, and then it was nah. Lines weren't long enough, so I would have been screaming fucking mad, basically. Sure. ketchup's hot. It's only -10. Why am I all buttoned up? Let's let out some of this cleavage. I had to heat up the winter front yesterday. Like yesterday morning I left. It's like so tight, it's like ripping. And I only had so many buttons. It was a stretch to get it on there because it's got such big titties. There she be in all her glory. So yeah, it's on a high boy here in the yard. They're gonna put it in the shop. They gotta put a manufacturing or spec card on it, whatever, you know, what little tin thing there with all the information on it. Think the shunt's overweight. Small problem. 40-foot straps don't fit.
Fuck!
Would a guy think he'd have endless amount of 60-footers? No, I have 2 for like heavyweight, which is what I got on there too. I would like another 12 more. So I phoned the office. I'm like, problem. This is the problem you have when you don't get like measurements and stuff. Like, we got some measurement. They're like, oh, the tank is only 10 feet. I'm like, oh, it looks more than 10 feet. But this is what we respect, right? Maybe it's not even the problem that it's 10 feet. It's like, we were under the impression it was 10 feet tall, maybe. I don't know what to say. 10 feet wide is a lot different than 10 feet tall. When it's round, man, one little hill, one wet spot, and it was wet with salt, and someone wanted to pass me right at that time. That shit motherfucker then drove on the fucking wet shit all in front of me. Fuck, what a cunt. That shit pisses me off. Then he just turned off like 4 kilometers later. Of course, right? Dick licker. Pretty sure everything is rock solid. I ain't seeing nothing flapping at all. Everything's pretty tight. Except for this. This is flapping in the wind. But that's okay. Fucking salt. D sign's not clean. Well, fuck, quit salting the roads. Everywhere else there is no salt is perfectly dry. I think their answer to the solution of ice is like, okay, we'll put this stuff on there so it's wet and shitty for everyone. Keep windshield washer sales up. Meanwhile, all the other spots where they did no maintenance, perfectly fine. about 2 bats, minus the straps. It was kind of the cranny's like, yeah, they've been there since 1:30 or something. I was like, shit. So they were waiting for quite a while. I think I didn't get there till like 3:50-ish. It's getting a little poopy out. It seemed pretty decent this morning, and then it did start to snow. It had like a snow advisory. It's flurries, but it's mostly blowing right now. Which, when it comes across the road and like straight across like that with all the hot tires, makes like, of course you can see it's 2 patches of ice. This probably isn't the best either. I had 0 weight on my drives. Like I would go into, when I left, got out on the main area there, I was giving her a little bit to see how it would react and just spin through the traffic circle in Red Deer and coming just back up that little bit of a grade. I was just like, spinning just with the interlock in, which is what I got right now. So yeah, I think I already said it. I said it in one of the cameras. I was like, okay, because they said I was like, I need 60 footers because I thought the tags are wore out. I can't read them. I just assumed they were 60 because they were hella long, but it possibly turns out they're only 40s. Because they said they couldn't get 60s unless a special order. So they got 45s. They're like, well, just use chains. I'm like, I got nothing but J hooks, not D-ring ones. So I'm like, because if you I didn't have enough chain to do it regardless, because I'd be dragging out all my like 22-foot load chains and using like, it would have been a fucking disaster. And then try to hang all that shit off the side of the truck. So I only got 6 3/8 tails. I'm like, that's all I need. But anyways, like always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll cut it short here, unless if I'm upside down in the ditch soon here.
Jag var på väg hem, det var mörkt och dimmigt. Jag gick förbi kyrkan och jag kände mig iakttagen. Jag tänkte på dig. Jag försökte skicka tankar till dig. Jag försökte ringa dig. Men du svarade inte. Så jag fortsatte gå.
Yeah.